Hi, welcome to Watch It Played. My name is Rodney Smith. In this video, we're going to be learning the 2 to 6 player game, UGG by Calliope Games. Here, you'll be trying to collect sets of Stone Age themed cards, either by pushing your luck to get the best unrevealed ones, or playing it safe and taking the ones you know about. So join me at the table, and let's learn how to play. The game comes with a deck of cards, several with values ranging from 1 to 5 in each of the 3 different colors. There are also wilds, 1 in each color, and 1 any wild card. The object of the game is to complete sets. A set is 3 cards of 3 different colors. So here we have a set, this is another one, but this one here is not finished yet. Although wilds don't have a numbered value, like all the rest of these do, it can still complete a set that needs the color shown on it. And the any wild can act as any color needed. So instead, we could have put it into this set here. When you complete a set, you multiply the numbers in it, and that adds to your final score. So this set is worth 8 points, this one is worth 30. Clearly, this is the better set. Wilds count as 1 point less than the lowest valued card in the set. So that means in this situation, they're both worth 1. So 1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 1 is 2. Not a great set. 1 out of every 4 cards in the set is an UGG card. These either have a yellow, blue, or zebra patterned border. We'll discuss these in a moment, but first let's look at how you set up the game to play. Take all of the cards and shuffle them into a face-down pile. You should leave room for an eventual discard pile here, and the safety piles that will be known as safety 1, 2, and 3. But at the start of the game, it's just going to look like this. And that's the setup. In the game, players take turns, possibly revealing 1 to 4 cards, but always taking 1. Once all of the cards in the deck have been revealed, the game is over, and the player with the most points in their completed sets is the winner. The youngest player goes first, so let's take a look at what you do on your turn. On your turn, you can flip cards or take a card. Your turn ends when you decide to take a card, or if you flip an UGG card. At the very start of the game, there are no cards for you to take, so you must flip a card. The first card you flip goes into safety pile number 1. Now you can take the top face-up card from any safety pile and end your turn. Right now, my only choice is this lowly 1, so I'll flip again. And it's another 1. You'll notice I put this next card in the second safety pile. Once again, I can take either cards or I can keep flipping. The third card I flip has to go into safety pile 3. Now this one's better, it's a 3. And once again, I can take any one of these. After the third flip, if I choose not to take any of these, I must then reveal the top card of the deck and take it, whatever it is. And this was a bad one to take because the 3 was much better. The cards that you collect then go face up in front of you into an area known as your pool. You'll create your sets from the cards that you place here over the course of the game. In each of the colors, there are several 1s and 2s, a few 3s, a couple of 4s, and only 1 5. So that's something to keep in mind as you're seeing these different values revealed. Also, at any point during your turn, you can lock in as many different sets as you want. Let me just jump ahead, put a few extra cards in my pool, and I'll show you how that's done. Let's say it's the start of my turn, and here's what I've collected so far throughout the game. Before revealing anything, I can, if I want, lock in a set, and I'm going to do that. As we'll see, there's some bad cards that can come up and make you get rid of cards that you've collected. So first, I announce the 3 cards I'm adding to the set. I'm going to put this 4, 1, and 2. You announce the total value by multiplying these points together. So I would say 8 points, and then I would put these together and flip them over to create a set. This is now locked. I cannot lose these cards or these points. Now it's time for me to reveal cards. With what I have left, I could use a green one to complete another set. And there's one sitting here, and I know when I flip this one over, it'll go into safety 1 and not cover it up, and maybe I'll get something better. So I will reveal. And sure enough, there's a green, and it's 2. So I will now collect this one, and I can announce I'm locking in another set. I'll pick these 3. 2 times 2 times 1 is 4. I'll put them together, and I like to offset my sets like this. That way, when retotaling at the end of the game, I don't accidentally get them mixed up. Now, sometimes you might have the cards necessary to complete a set in front of you, but you choose not to lock it in at this time because you want to wait for those better valued cards to create bigger point sets. You can do that, but keep in mind, if during your turn you ever reveal an UGG card, You resolve it, and then your turn immediately ends. And sometimes these effects will change the cards in your pool. Let's take a look at what all the different UGG cards can do. If an UGG card says turn over, then your turn is over. If it says -1, -2, or -3, those are the number of cards you must discard from your pool. If it shows the coming of the Ice Age, then you must lose one of every color and then one of any color you choose. If you ever don't have the cards required to discard, you just ignore that portion of the effect. This is also why having some 1s and 2s isn't so bad. If I had drawn this UGG card forcing me to discard 3 of my cards, I wouldn't have to get rid of my really good ones because I have these ones to throw out instead. It's not all bad though. If an UGG is the first card that you reveal, you still resolve its effect in your turn ends, but you add it face down to your score pile. It will be worth 3 points. If an UGG is drawn as your second or later card, then you resolve it, end your turn, and just get rid of it. No bonus points. I want to mention something else to you about how wilds can be used. Here's the cards in my collected pool. Here's my opponent's. When a wild is revealed, instead of collecting it to add it to one of my sets potentially, I can instead discard it to steal a card from my opponent showing the same color. In this case, of course, I'm going to take the green 5. Any wild can also steal the any wild card, but a green wild cannot steal, say, an orange wild, because of course, their colors don't match at all. Before the last card is drawn from the deck, all players have a chance to lock in any sets that they might have in front of them. Then the player whose turn it is reveals the final card, resolves it. They can, of course, lock in any sets that they have, unless it was an UGG card. And then the game is over. It's time for all of the players to total their scores based on their locked sets and any UGG cards that they collected when that was the first card they drew during their turn. Remember, each set is worth its values multiplied together, and each UGG card is worth an additional 3 points. The player with the highest score wins. Now, if there's a tie, the player with the fewest UGG cards wins. If there's still a tie, the player with the most -3 UGGs wins. If there's still a tie, the player with the most -2s, then the most -1s. And if there's still a tie, maybe just play a rematch. And that's everything you need to know to play UGG. Now, in the description of this video, I have added a couple of strategy tips for new or younger players that may be helpful. There's also a slight variant for younger players. Let me just show you that quickly. Simply remove the UGG cards with the blue borders and blue numbers. This just makes the game a little less risky. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to put them in the comments below and I'll gladly answer them as soon as I get a chance. But until the next episode, thanks for watching.